So welcome back. Hope you guys are having a fabulous day. Now again, today I wanted to talk about this real quick. Make sure you are aware of this if you care for it. This is really cool. It's something that I'm actually pretty hyped for. Okay, when I say hyped, I mean I'm hyped for it. The thing is, the big thing is, I told you the same thing about SAO, and I told it to you. I made it clear, right? I said SAO. It looks fun. It does. It's a little bit janky in animations. That's going to be a thing. I'm hoping the gameplay is good. I'm hoping they improve from the CBT. And guess what? I did not expect Bandai to not do a single damn thing to the CBT. Game was still good. I am definitely playing it as a side game, and that's it. Nothing past that. TSH is like a main game type material. Now a side game after no content. But again, with that, I've kind of pushed it to the side. I played here and there. There was like 2 new updates for it that I just gave up again. But it's fun. It's whatever. This is something that I plan to main, and I will 100% main it unless they pull a Bandai move and ruin everything, which I don't know. Netmarble usually does good with their games when it comes to not ruining it. Some games, Grand Cross is not that bad. Calm down. But with it, I wanted to talk about this game here today. Let's jump into it. Let's break it down. This is Solo Leveling, a game that you TSH players should definitely check out because it's very similar. So this is what the game looks like, right? First off, when it comes to graphics and again, whatever Netmarble does, they kind of do this pretty well with graphics and all of that. I talked about this on my other channel, being my actual Grand Cross channel, because it's already covering a Netmarble game, and Netmarble doesn't do that bad with Grand Cross at some points. But this is a game to look forward to, right? So again, it's not a turn-based game, which is like mostly the reason I'm not going to cover this on my other channel, because that's like Grand Cross. Most of that audience is turn-based. They don't want to go and actually control the character and all of that. But guess what? This channel exists, which is just funny that both of the things I kind of do are in such an opposite like dimension. One's a turn-based, and one is like a full-roam control your character, enjoy. But again, that's beside the point. That's not really what I'm trying to talk about. But yeah, with this, if you are a person that likes to play as the character, control the character, experience what the character does actually, not like sit there and just hit 5-4 buttons, whatever, and then be like, oh, I just did 4,000 damage because I hit a button. You'd rather control that, which again, this is what MHA is. It had the best gameplay. I love the gameplay. It was freaking great. But just come on, man. I wanted content. I was okay waiting 3 months, but I'm hoping that maybe they drop something soon. I don't know what's happening there. But Solo Leveling, a game that's coming out next year, which again, we're almost there next year. This game actually looks like it has a lot of effort put into it. The animations, all of that is top notch. I'm gonna get a Solo Leveling. If you like Solo Leveling, this is a game for you. Again, if you look at this, how the game kind of plays, you can see it like fighting here. And some of the sequences and how his attacks land, how everything kind of works out. If you play mobile, guess what? You're gonna have a blast. If you play PC, guess what? You actually apparently have this on PC launcher, which is not like a BlueStacks thing, so you can actually have a fully well-made, well-done game, like, you know, Genshin style, of how it actually runs properly and all of that. But if you look at it, the fidelity, the graphics and everything is like freaking nuts. It's good. It's called Solo Leveling Arise, which again is coming out hopefully up and coming, like I'll say soon. It has like a skill-based system, or like a skill system, to where you can go and decide what your character actually does. There's many different attacks you can go and equip on your character, many different weapons also for them to go and use as they progress through every stage. There's so many characters also. So with this game, there's a lot to look forward to. They currently haven't announced anything about like co-op modes, multiplayer, or anything like that. So it's at point right now a solo-based game, given though like even the name is literally Solo Leveling. So given that, we expected it, but there's like abilities, there's typings, there's all this type of system, mechanics and all of that in the game, which is really, really cool. Also, again, they did put a lot of effort in like designing each character to the point of how they're lore accurate. I was seeing a bunch of things they did, and again, I started reading the thing a while ago, like trying it out, seeing like, hey, you know, I'm covering content on this soon. Maybe I should actually know something about the story. But I read through it, and again, they did a lot of the characters that we've seen already, lore accurate, right? So pretty cool how they've basically handled everything. The models itself are cool. Everything about them are genuinely well done characters, and that kind of goes for it. Also, you see it's PC support. They literally have all the buttons here listed out. And again, this is what the game looks like. So when you get into the game, kind of see it's the same like TSH ability icons, or just any kind of game like this has the same kind of icons there. You can go and tap in for a different player or different character to come and help you and do like an association thing similar to Genshin. But you have this, like, you hit that character's button, they'll help you with an attack, give you some support. If it's a booster, it gives you a boost. If it's just raw damage, it gives you raw damage. That's the entire point they're going for there. But again, here, one of his attacks being like these 2 dragons just popping out of nowhere, lighting him up. You can see this is called timed attack, right? That's the mode they're currently playing here. And how this actually operates is you have this timer here, beat the boss in this timer as fast as you possibly can. That's it. That's really simple. You kind of play Agency. You play Agency. This is a similar mode. So again, if you are a TSH player, and you're like, I'm looking for a game to jump to after, TSH hasn't released anything, what's going to happen? This is probably one to go for. I did recommend SAOVS, and a few people like that, right? I still know people that still play that. But again, I mentioned it. It's not going to be up to the quality of TSH. You'll get content, being characters and all that released constantly. It's a Bandai game. That's going to happen. But you didn't get, raw bug fixes. You didn't get core gameplay changes from the beta. I expected a little bit better from what it was actually then, and I got just destroyed. And in my expectations, I genuinely wanted to hype that game up, and I uploaded 3 videos on it. All right, after I learned that they didn't change much, they left the bugs there, and then they just did already 3 banners in the first 2 weeks of the game. I don't know. Sometimes Bandai games are not the best to jump to, but yeah, that's my current take on that one. When it comes to this game, again, it's Netmarble. I already play a game that's from Netmarble that they also do pretty good on. So I guess a little bit biases there, I guess you want to say. But I have hope they'll make this good. If you were thinking it's an NFT game, it is not, so keep that in mind. They already confirmed that this solo leveling and 7 Days Origin is not going to be a NFT game, which is pretty cool. But again, that's currently what the game looks like. There's a bunch of other gameplay they also dropped, showing off a bunch of characters and all of that. There was a new trailer they dropped also. It was them going as different bosses. They tried again because they didn't beat it this time for somebody else. They were attempting to see if they got a faster run than the other person. So if you're good at these type of games, if you play TSH like that, maybe they do add cooperative stuff and they do add things in the future, so multiple players can jump in and have fun with it. I'm hoping they do that because I get it. They want to do solo leveling and keep it to the title. That solo leveling is the thing, but a game needs co-op, and without co-op, there's no point to it, right? There's so many games that release that just do single player only, and it depends on how good they did the single player. But if you want longevity, just do a little co-op in it, even if it's not PvP. Screw PvP, genuinely, right? But just maintain some aspect of cooperative play, and you'll be genuinely in a good area. So depends on how they kind of operate that one. But again, they were just testing it out, trying out the mode multiple times, and seeing how they do here. This one, they have multiple Shadow Army people helping out and just decimating. So again, it's how they've done everything. It's pretty cool. You have so many different attacks you can equip to your character. So there'll be a bunch of builds and all of that. If you play Genshin, you know that there's different artifact builds you can put on each character. For this, it's skill builds. So you have to keep changing your skills to see which one will actually niche you a faster run. Keep upgrading those skills and just doing that. We also don't know what the gacha is for the system and how that's going to look. The entire stream showed us a lot of the game, but a lot of the core aspects were just missing. Gacha system, is there actually going to be one? How's that going to work? There was also the entire aspect of, is it cooperative? There was nothing shown in the entire trailer or gameplay, mentioning cooperative play, but maybe it does exist at launch and we're just missing it now. But the game does look like it's fully fleshed out. It's already ready to go. Maybe just some content, some bug fixes, tweaks, progression, story. That's all that they have to work on, really. But if you see it, it's they genuinely have so much worked on that it's not even funny. So again, I'm aiming for a release within the next 6 months. I'm going to say that's the probable plan for it. So if this does release, probably if TSH is not doing anything around that time, or if it's even still alive at the time, this might be the thing I jump to and just start covering on this channel. The other thing I wanted to cover was Black Clover Mobile, but I did see a lot of people were like, dude, don't cover that. It's a turn-based game. Don't dare touch that on this channel. I'll see what happens. It depends on what drops first, how it goes, and what's more fun for me at the moment in time. But again, solo leveling, a great game to look forward to. If you aren't hyped for it, I'm genuinely telling you, this is something to just mark on your calendars to be like, hey, I want to try it out. I like TSH. I like this gameplay. I like the style. The way they did everything looks pretty cool. Let's see how it is. Hopefully it doesn't launch with any problems. And hopefully it does have a fluid launch here. A lot of gacha games this year and a lot of gacha games recently have just launched so poorly. It's not even funny. So, hey, I have Copia. This will be good. We'll see how it goes, though. With that being said, I'll catch you in the next one. Have fun. Stay safe. That's been it for me. Peace out. Enjoy. And yeah, that's really it.